finished the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time.
Time to act.
There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little...
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage...
Of course we went! A lot of things happened there.
I see. If there is another chance.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would. The festival's tomorrow.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel...
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted. I've already prepared a room for you to rest.
Whoa, you're so
Body and mind. Time to act.
Here we are. It's also fairly close to her.
It looks really nice.
Not...
That's Paimon's specialty.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk? All of my friends will be working the festival. And Dia's still insisting on her covert protection.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you, right?
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar.
It's a deal.
I may be too excited.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero Oh, no. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Traveler, Paimon.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have overslept a little.
Not at all. Today is finally...
You've worked so hard for this day.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, as expected. Well, shall we? Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Who?
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? It's all vegetarian stuff. Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed. So, what's the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods. Generally speaking, the most common selections were foods like Rukashva mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses, Sumera roses, Sunsetias, Kapulatas, Hara fruits, and Zaytun peaches.
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumero uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon's festival be full of food like roasted fowl, juicy meatballs, grilled steak? Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as soon as possible!
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound like they'd be fun to try together.
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple.
Sure sounds...
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected, and all that occurs can be traced back to fate. You could...
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says it? Are you guys working together?
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure... Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too!
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies?
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely...
He's not even trying to hide.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey.
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty...
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros would be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat. Hey, it's Dunyarzad! Wow!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you even more than the Yalda candies. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival, the children...
The hallowed Night of Flowers.
Attend! All right, little soldiers. Take your Yalda candies and don't...
Yes, Knight Ferris! Just what is going on?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zero's festival icon.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here. Take a look and pick whichever one you want.
Whichever one. Don't these boxes all look the same?
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit, sunsetia.
Ooh, those all sound pretty good.
And there's also lizard tail and oni kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni kabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon pick one. Paimon wants the Sunsetia flavor. It's all right.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Excellent work! That is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right.
Attention! Here's your Sunsetia flavored candy.
Thanks a lot, Knight of Candies.
It's Night of Flowers, not Night of Candies.
Paimon really wilted the carriageless Knight of Flowers.
They all basically sound the same. We got our candy, so let's keep going.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left something behind. Since you're here, can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you probably forgot because you're so excited about the Sub-Zero's festival.
How embarrassing.
We're too late. Who knew the little lady was such an early riser?
I know, right? Hey.
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't look like they're up to any good.
Who are you? I don't believe the...
That's right. We haven't received any...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homiyanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about you for so long. You sold your unruly
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as gratitude for her past
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs will expose themselves for what they really are.
Aren't your claws...
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a safe location.
No, we're gonna stay and help. There's too many of them.
Please be careful.
Don't waste your time worrying.
Body and mind.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look...
Yeah, I'm fine.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You...
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a scratch. Normally, they wouldn't have been able to land a hit on me at all, but...
Please, let me take a close...
Come on, it's nothing. Us
Hold on, you said something about a new greatsword.
About that. Well, I sold it, 'cause I was low on Mora.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry.
Okay,
You're so...
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that.
Are you feeling unwell again?
My lady, your condition...
Truly, I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Time to act.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar.
Can't believe it's Elazar.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to...
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad, compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. Its effects on my... I know that my family loves me dearly. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time. The world outside of my home didn't even know. Since I was a child, all I could... I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing, not to mention the incredible this way. When my final day does arrive, at the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world.
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget...
Thank you. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of that. Thanks. There will... Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? Nilou will recreate, and with that, my...
Then what are we waiting for?
Yeah, we should...
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior...
Over there!
I think I just saw the Academia's great...
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is... The Sub-Zeros Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise.
How... The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow.
Art. Dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wished...
No. I believe that our Archon never...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeros Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us, or we could get people...
Nilou, it's all right.
But you've been looking forward to the...
It's okay. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zeros Festival.
If you say so. But... you can sneak out for...
Then yes. Okay. It's a...
Paimon can't believe this is how things turned out.
It really is okay. Still...
Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zeros Festival Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
We're gonna be late! It's all because you and... We should go meet Dinyarzad.
Body and mind.
Good morning, Dinyarzad.
Not at all.
You seem kinda tired. Did you not get...
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going! Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Huftmaid.
You are quite well informed.
They're all plants! Actually, what is...
It's one of the Sub-Zerus Festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Remnants appear to be in the
Really?
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking at...
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears...
Understood.
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty... So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have...
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus Festival icon and one immensely popular with children.
Oh, do you want some Yalda candies?
What's to pick? Ooh, how...
And there's also lizard tail...
What are the... Traveler, how...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5. Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ha-ha! Paimon, bet you had incredible luck. Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously Ran. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of... Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you... In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. But so, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like? Got it.
baked Angelina cake. Isn't it that... Oh, Paimon... That thing? Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tastes... Then, you mean... That's impossible. We were just... So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times. Even,
You just can't beat the atmosphere here.
Hey, Dinyarzad is sitting by herself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dinyarzad. We meet at...
Oh, I ran into some
Kidnappers?
I'm okay. These are...
Whew. That's a big relief. But...
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you. And Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dinyarzad, have you ever felt
Deja vu? No.
Oh, Paimon...
It's almost time.
Huh?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zero.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return...
Understood.
The Sub-Zero's festival.
Nilou?
Oh, Junior's...
It's okay.
But you've been really
It truly is unfortunate.
True, but...
The next...
Wait.
No, nothing.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Ah! So, in the end, maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking about it halfway through the day. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking.
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data, and find the cause as soon as possible.
Why does Paimon feel so...
Body and mind.
Good morning, Dinyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon?
I'm doing well. There's no...
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler? Hey.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy. Oh, are you interested in? It's not that simple. Each box contains a random. And there's also lizard.
Huh?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Ben? What?
That couldn't have been luck. How? Mind reading?
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
Body and mind. Body and mind.
What are you looking for? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well... What the... This is our... Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best.
Let Paimon think. What about it?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sent that first Dunerzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories?
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface-level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time,
she looks like she isn't doing well at all.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be, but as things are right now, she's just...
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the day of the festival The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? The moon, illusions. What's happening right now seems to have happened before. My mind feels exhausted. That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day. That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day. We've already experienced the The Grand Sage said, "The moon, illusion." My mind feels exhausted, even though I have... The moon? That doesn't sound right.
A time loop.
You've still the wrong answer?
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two...
Doing yours...
The Sub-Zerus festival is happening every day, but...
Let's think about our current situation. And to do that, Nahida rejected the idea of Paimon's memories say that we've already done this.
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your coat?
She...
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my product. Huh? What kind of philosophy? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumer?
He actually has a point. Is this a... True? Anyway, if this all really were just a dream...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it!
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you?
So, you're admitting...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. What you just said... Are you...
I knew you weren't going...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the
When you say it like that, the divination does...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific, the book only says, if you...
So that's how it is. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah.
I'm fine.
Perfect timing. Both of you...
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you...
How did you know what I was...
We need to say something
Dia sold her...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Junior.
All right, so...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the
She's quieter than usual.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but... Her parents said that this is how she...
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give...
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring...
We just wanted her to see the real...
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are...
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How
Miss Dunyarzad, she's...
Her condition's really bad, and she's...
I can sense her aura.
Do you believe us now? So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally...
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No.
So, this Nahida...
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to...
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for, but...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you...
People in Sumeru don't dream. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. My mind feels exhausted. What's happening right now seems to have happened. People in Sumeru. That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
You mean the Akasha is causing... When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a... Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so...
What's the point of doing something?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, this hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the...
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you...
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely... We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose.
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? The moon?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Huh?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about...
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had... It's as if...
You're saying that, although you don't remember...
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest?
How did you know what I was gonna...
getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out. Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on all that progress.
Hey! What kind of an answer?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common. How many todays has it been? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie. And the history...
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and... Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Continue the harvest.
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break.
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that.
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us after.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been...
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little...
In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh.
So...
The moon, illusions. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha... We've already experienced... If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
Oh! Then that's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened. But muscle memory can't be erased.
How brilliant...
Nahida, tell us if we're...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us find her...
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected.
Get hurt?
Well, you're...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a lip... Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it.
All right then, let me get this straight.
Yes, your memory...
And I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do you think...
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent? The common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago.
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did. It's not very likely, but it's also not...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about... Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please...
Paimon can't believe it's Dia.
This is it.
Huh? This is a...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked?
That's true, but... What?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has...
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to... But, at least... Yep, that's true. So... strange? Paimon feels like everything... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're How about we go back and ask Nahida?
You're back early today.
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time...
Leaving the city. As far as
We did? But we don't...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time...
It is true that sometimes we lose track...
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have...
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's... Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, listen to it and you...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days' worth of memories. Paimon will... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's...
We don't have many...
Why can't we?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Or...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced the lockdown. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. What?
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get... This is a good spot. And the... Huh? Why? Are you... But... Oh... Paimon knows that Paimon... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back and please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that...
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day!
Okay, Paimon, can you... I see. Using 2 people...
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an No way!
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But
don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... okay.
Yep!
I'm done. Here you go.
What?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending...
To make something like this? Nahida.
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use.
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose... all right. Paimon isn't as... Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although the signal was choppy and had some...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the... But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Why did the mess...
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final space is also...
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space... My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the...
Oh, so that's what it is! After this, later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces material. Paimon's head is...
Well, consider this. For all the hard, so no matter how strangers...
Wow, the Archon War. Hey!
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait.
Hey, stop right there!
Whoa! You're back! Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero? Okay.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the... Okay. We've already experienced... People in Sumeru... We are all in a dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, and those spaces with no Huh. So people in Sumeru... Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to It is the manifestation. It compiles the wisdom of the entire... And it grants knowledge to... It compiles the wisdom...
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Arc. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So, in other words, Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think the real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own... Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
We've already experienced the subs... My mind feels... The Grand Sage said... Those spaces kept disappearing before my... Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sound...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them. So, this is like a dream factory. Very good, Paimon. Okay. So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real life. All right, last question.
They say that alchemical...
So you noticed. I thought that one... That wasn't hard at all. Even now that you mention it, Nahida, it's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Yes, those can wait. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions.
You asked me this question. Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have... That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what...
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the... Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they...
Can humans...
We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question, especially those whose health is compromised.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing!
Deceiving the after we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara?
How can the sages of the Academia do...
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're at a...
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers it... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already...
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait,
she's actually something like a puppet, but the real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the...
But personality-wise...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy... You know, speaking of which...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's far from it. I'm still a long way. I couldn't even save her. If I were a
Please don't beat yourself up over... Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable. That means this dream...
Huh?
Well, if this is someone's... Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means break... Like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on. However, if you're the dream's host, the dream will respond in kind. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No, find some...
How are we going... And even if we did, after all, like...
It's extremely As for...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastic.
She was such a good person. Yeah, but we mustn't... Paimon's wondering. Do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host? Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment? That...
Could you make a...
You want me to...
Less questions!
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest knight of flowers is...
So...
When she placed the hat of the... What she didn't realize was that I'm... Okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh!
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Ugh. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
Incinerate! Rain outlines your fate.
Pew pew!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little...
Try to keep up!
Boom boom!
Claw of the jungle! You won this one. That's close. Following orders. I'll be back. I'll take my...
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around... Yeah. This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote even though she was also... She must have wanted to give if we hadn't found this book, but now that we know... Hey! Where are you up?
Time to act.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when—
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of—
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean—
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, what? Where are we going this time?
Time to act.
If you continue to resist, the Grand Sage has already—
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What? Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been— Oh, of course! If this is the— So they're—
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize—
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers.
That beautiful shade of purple.
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the—
Yeah. What's... huh? You guys are... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. It's just like the example Nahida told us. So when you saw the flowers, But if we want to end the how should we make Nilu—
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people—
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage?
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad—
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the— All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in it. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story?
Yes. But his faith and determination—
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting—
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over, too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zerus as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zerus.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zerus festival. The Sub-Zerus festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zerusums? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Body and mind.
Well done, traveler. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream.
Now,
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, to be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy How
did you do that?
Theoretically, I can enter anyone. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No. What about your own body? What?
That story begins a long time ago. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Suristhana, ostensibly for the sake... However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord...
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, and I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom.
Yeah!
Thank you for trying to find a way to save Irminsul as my life's mission and talk every once in a while. I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that, there's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. I wonder what caused them to... Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminal. I think they're deliberately trying to...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited...
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish...
At the Avidia Forest, there were...
You also heard someone's voice.
Yeah, so you do...
It seems like the traveler established a connection. As you two probably know,
A message from Greater Lord...
King Deshret? That god who died
Okay, so...
I still haven't managed. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned, but I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul.
That's what... So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, but... Even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about...
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. No, we must decipher its secrets. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irmin's got it. I hope... To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities.
Go and get some sleep.
What a relief.
Maybe you were...
I see.
city. But ever since we last said goodbye to... Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this.